Hi, I'm Tariq Al-Milham. My presentation is about the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And the key point for this book, while growing up in Hawaii, Robert Kawasaki had two dads and one mom. One dad had a great advice and he named him the Rich Dad, and the other had a closed mind and was known as the Poor Dad. The Rich Dad gave lots of sound advice. Some of the most important being, you don't need a high income to be rich. And also, parents shouldn't rely on schools to teach kids finance. And lastly, the difference between an asset and liability. What I learned, the Rich Dad said parents shouldn't rely on schools to teach financial literacy. There is nothing wrong with the school teaching professional skills, but not teaching money will negatively impact our youth. They won't be prepared to handle finance as a result. Secondly, the Rich Dad said most people fail to realize in life that planning leads to success. As we learned from chapter, I believe, 4 in the textbook, planning and setting goals improve one's performance. So we need to remember planning means you are focused on the future, which helps you identify both opportunities and threats so you can hopefully avoid them in the long term. The textbook recommended that employees and supervisors should plan ahead, particularly because it helps them and the company factors together all the different possibility of the future. The same idea can be added to managing finances. Plan ahead, plan each month or even year. Set goals for how much money you should save by the end of each period. And lastly, the Rich Dad said, which is I think is the most important to me personally, the primary difference between a rich person and a poor person, how they overcome obstacles. So one of the obstacles Kawasaki mentioned is laziness. Busy people are often the most lazy. They are the people who are too busy to take care of their wealth and their health. This is, I would say, the biggest obstacle. Rich people and even good employees are naturally motivated to get money or promotion. What's the two main points to make me be more effective supervisor? I would say everyone needs to learn. And in the book, Kawasaki said job security meant everything to my educated dad. Learning meant everything to my rich dad. So we need to admit that whether you are a supervisor, a manager, a simple employee, that we need to learn every single day and find someone who has done what we want to do and learn from them. And the second one would be communication. Both of Kawasaki dads were successful and hardworking, but one thing he did was listen and communicate openly with both to gain insight from their experience. We need to know communication promotes openness between two people, and communication partnered with setting goals equals a successful works environment. Thank you so much for listening.